Hey guys, this is Ali from allispreloved. I wanted to show you two fake Gucci bags with ID and everything on them. And I wanted to show you the difference from authentic Gucci bags that I have. So we're gonna compare here three different, all completely different styles of Gucci bags. This is authentic, this is authentic, and this is authentic. And these two are fake, okay? So, first of all, this one, if it has a lot of hardware, the hardware needs to have some weight on it. I am sorry, my hands are dirty. I was painting something. Anyway, so yeah, the hardware has to have some weight on it, okay? The minute I got this bag, just by holding it, I swear to you, I knew it was fake, okay? And once you get familiarized with good quality bags, high-end bags, you're gonna notice that a bag this size, this is about I think about 16 inches across. As a bag this size should definitely have some weight on it, especially with all this hardware, okay? So then this bag, the leather, it looks like pleather. The leather has, it just doesn't feel real. Also, the Gucci legs of the bag feel like they're plastic. Okay? These feel a lot better. They're cool to touch. This doesn't feel good. The leather itself and the stitching doesn't seem like the best quality stitching. I'm gonna show you here some details. Look at the double stitching there. You see how it's crooked? That's already a huge sign. Not necessarily the color of the thread, because sometimes bags do use, on purpose, by design, they use a different color thread. Doesn't necessarily need to match, okay? But this, the fact that it's double thread, this is such a bad job. It's incredible. But let me show you something. A lot of people might fall for this because this bag, the zipper says Gucci. Both of the zippers say Gucci, which is how Gucci bags have their zippers. Either YKK or they're gonna say Gucci. Look at this tag. This tag is super, super bad. I mean, really bad. I'm gonna show you how a tag is supposed to look. You see how clear that says made in Italy? Compare the numbers. I couldn't even read this number. Look at this. Perfectly clear. This, I honestly cannot tell the number. Once I researched the number, the Gucci, the newer models, the newer styles, there's going to be two lines, okay? The first line is going to show you the model. So you should be able to Google this first line of numbers. In this case, is 189897. You should be able to Google this and you should be able to get exactly this model. So you're gonna Google Gucci 189897 and the picture that comes out should be this style. Now it might be a different color, you might get different options in color or hardware, but the style, it's supposed to be the same, okay? So the first line of numbers is gonna be the model. So again, I knew this was fake from the minute I touched it, you know. The stitching is clear sign. This would never happen. This absolutely would never happen. Look here. That's completely off. It doesn't even make sense. The hardware feels cheap. It's not leather, it's pleather. The inside lining is also very cheap. This bag came with this, guys. Okay, and I swear, if you don't know your bags, you might think this is real. This bag came with this. Okay, I don't even think this is real. the print and the paper seems very cheap as well. But again, if you're not familiarized, look at the G. If you're not familiarized with these things, you might think you have a real bag and pay a lot of money for these bags. This is authentic. Look how clear you see Gucci. Look how clear you can read that number. 282300. Now, unless it's a vintage bag and the number is faded from the years, and I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years, you should be able to read the number. It's impossible that you're not going to be able to read the number. This is the other bag that's authentic. Let me show you the tag again. Look how clear that is. Okay. The inside is going to be a nice, thick, good quality material. The stitching will be on point, meaning every space is going to be exactly the same, steady through the entire bag. This is another fake one. Another good one as well, because this one also came with authenticity card and everything, okay? So let me show you. Same thing with this bag. Hardware says Gucci on the bottom. Okay. The tag is a little bit better, but still not good. It's the numbers seem very large. 499622. This bag especially is very hard to identify as fake because the serial number actually matches the style of the bag. And it came with authenticity card and everything. I mean, Gucci doesn't really send you authenticity card like Prada with the actual number and everything. But you will get a Gucci, you know, Gucci paper. I think it's like it's a Gucci card, but it doesn't give exact information on the bag, you know. I think I might have one somewhere there. Anyways, so again, how did I notice this was fake? Well, when I got it, the chain feels very, very cheap. The stitching is also off. Let me see where I can show you. Right here. You see that bag is double stitched there? Especially in the corners, I've noticed, is where you will see most of their, you know, what's gonna show that it's not authentic. Anyways, so you gotta be very careful who you're buying your bags from. I love Poshmark because any bag that's $500 or more, they authenticate it for you. I've started to authenticate my bags with Authentication First or Bagaholics 101. Bags especially that don't have ID or are vintage, just because I want my customers to know for sure they're getting an authentic vintage bag. It's harder with vintage bags, so I like to have that backup document, you know. So again, this bag super fake. And also Gucci's, when they have a lot of hardware, not all the hardware, but a lot of it will show Gucci, you know. Like, look at this one. This is authentic. You see how this has Gucci right there? There we go. Okay, and just the quality overall, you know, you just have to stick to the quality. The hardware will say, will look like a quality hardware, not cheap. My camera can't focus. Well, this is Gucci. Look at this too. Gucci. It says Gucci there. It says Gucci there. All that. I mean, this bag says Gucci everywhere. This is a very expensive bag, but yeah, when it has a lot of hardware, it will say Gucci. Okay, so this and this, big time no. Touch this. This is plastic. It even smells like plastic. You don't feel the good quality coated canvas or PVC leather that Gucci uses. Also in the back, look at this. just always look at the hardware, always look at the stitching. Make sure you Google the ID, and don't just go by one thing. Don't Google the ID and then say, okay, this is real. No, do all of it, because in this case, if you Google the ID, you would think this is authentic. Don't just go by the zipper, because in these cases the zippers both say Gucci. Okay, so make sure you do your research, and don't overpay. You know, I mean, I saw a lot of these bags at super discounted prices. You can check out my closet at allispreloved. All is preloved, and then you can see what's available. I mainly focus on Prada, Burberry's. Burberry's are my fashion. These are all some that I have to post, and Gucci. So those are the three brands that I mainly stock on, but I have a little bit of everything. Thank you guys. Hope this helped anyone.